Good morning, dear students. The next topic that we have to study is about the functions of management. So we have studied about the objectives of management. We have studied the natures of management and the levels of management. Next topic that we have to study is about the functions of management. Management has been defined in the form of a process. Under this management process, planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling many activities interrelated to each other are included. These activities are known as the functions or elements of management. Okay, so there are so many activities that we have to perform. So we studied about management, and when we studied about management, we studied that it is not just a one activity, but it has got a lot amount of functions or a lot amount of activities to be performed. So these activities are called as the different functions of management. The first function that we have to study is about planning. Planning, it refers to thinking beforehand. In other words, planning is the determination of a future course of action to achieve a desired result. Under planning, it is ascertained that what should be done, how it should be done, and who should do it. If before the commencement of all these points are not contemplated, then the objective of a business cannot be achieved. So we know that there are so many activities are there. Whatever may be the thing that we have to do, before that we have to plan it. So when we are doing the planning, we will decide what we have to do, what is to be done, and how it is to be done, and who will do it. So all this type of decision making is necessary at the time of before we start work, and this type of decision making is called as the planning. Okay, so there are some steps included in the process of planning. Let us see what are they. Planning is a long process for the consummation of which the following steps are taken: setting objectives, developing premises, identifying alternative courses of action, evaluating alternative courses, selecting an alternative, implementing the plan, and follow up. These are the different parts or different steps in the process of planning. So we have to study about planning in detail. So we are not discussing it in a very detailed manner, but we just have to study what is planning and how it is performed. All these things we will study. So we are studying about there are 5 different functions, and in the following chapters we will have to study each function is explained in detail in each chapter. Okay, like planning, about planning we have to study one chapter, organizing one chapter, and we will have to study them in detail. So that is why I am not detailing these things in this class. Okay, so functions is a very much important things regarding the management. The next step that we have to study is about organizing. It refers to harmonious adjustment of various parts to achieve common objective. So there are it is the harmonious adjustments of various parts. So there are making adjustments, arranging. There should be making proper relationship between the different kinds of things in the organization. In order to make the first function of management functional, a structure of roles needed to be framed and sustained. The process of creating this structure of roles is known as organizing. So the structure of roles are there. So different people, we know, when we do the planning, we have to do the plan. We are deciding that what we have to perform. After that, we will make a decision that how or the structure of organization we will be deciding. Planning is just to put some idea in writing, but to convert the idea into reality, a group of people is needed. Further, to streamline the activities of this group of people, organizing is required. Under this, the whole project is divided into various small jobs. To assign these jobs to designated post, which will classify that a particular job will be performed at which post. To unite various jobs into one department, to classify the rights and duties of employees to be appointed at various posts, and to define relationship among various posts. So these are the works that are to be performed in the case of planning organizing. So we have to decide that what are the activities. So when we decide or when we think about the planning, so we will decide that what is to be done and how it is to be done. All these type of decisions we'll make, and after that we will be thinking about what are the posts that we need to have and what type of functions are to be performed by different people in the organization. So who will be responsible to whom? All these type of decisions are taken in the case of organizing. Next important, so the following steps are to be completed in organizing function of management. So there are a few steps that we have to perform in the organizing function of management. That is identification and division of work, departmentalization, assignment of duties, establishing reporting relations. So these are the works to be performed in the organizing. The next step that we have to study is about staffing. It refers to filling and keeping filled the post with people. In planning, ideas are given in written shape. On the other hand, organizing with objectives of converting these ideas into reality prepares a structure of various posts. After organizing comes staffing, which deploys people on these posts so that the jobs can be performed. In view of the fact that the success of an organization is commensurate with how adroitly every employee perform his job, the importance of staffing function increases even more. So see, staffing is another important function that we have to perform. So when we do the planning, we will decide that what are to be performed, and when in the type of organizing, we make the relationship between different a different post, what are the different posts should be there, and all these type of things are decided. Next we have to decide is that who will do this job. So appointing different people for performing different tasks. So that is the another important job. So there are different steps in the process of staffing. That is estimating manpower requirements, recruitment, selection, placement and orientation, training and development, performance appraisal, promotion and career planning, compensation. So these are the different activities that are to be performed. So this also we have to study in detail in the next chapter. So that is why I am not explaining these things. Directing. It is to instructing, guiding, communicating and inspiring people in the organization. Under directing, following 4 activities are included, like supervision, communication, leadership and motivation. So there are 4 activities that are to be performed in the directing function. So directing is that instructing, guiding, communicating and inspiring people in the organization. Okay. So in that there are four elements are there. The first one we will study about supervision. It refers to monitor the process of routine work of one's subordinates and guiding them properly. Supervision is an important element of the directing function of management. Supervision has an important feature that face-to-face contact between supervisor and his subordinate is a must. So in supervision, the face-to-face contact between the subordinate and the superior is a must. Next one is about communication. It refers to an art of transferring facts, ideas, feeling, etc. from one person to another and making him understand them. A manager has to continuously tell his subordinates about what to do, how to do, and when to do various things. Also, it is very essential to know their reactions. To do all this, it becomes essential to develop effective communication facilities. Communication, by developing mutual understanding, inculcates a sense of cooperation which builds an environment of coordination in the organization. So communication is a very much important thing that we have to communicate. We have to inform the employees what they have to perform, what to do, how to do. All these instructions has to be properly provided to the employees. Leadership, it refers to influencing others in such a manner to do what the leader wants them to do. So we have to inspire. If an employee is there and if he will be performing some type of activities, but after that he will get tired, he will not be following the same way as the manager wishes. But the leadership quality should be there for a manager so that he will be making his subordinates to work according to his likes and dislikes, or how he wants them to perform. Okay. Motivation, it refers to the process which excites people to work for the attainment of a desired objective. Among the various factors of production, it is only the human factor which is dynamic and provides most mobility to other physical resources. So we have to motivate the employees. So when they are not able to perform any activity, we have to motivate them, we have to inspire them. Then the last step is called as controlling. It refers to bringing the actual results closer to the desired results. Under this, the manager monitors whether the jobs are being performed in accordance with the set plans or not. He also checks whether the quality and quantity of job performed is in alignment with the predetermined standards, parameters or not. Deviations are then checked for matching actual performance with the predetermined standards. After this, corrective action is taken for negative deviations so that a difference between actual results and desired results can be minimized. So there are so many activities have to be performed, like controlling is there. So when the actual performance may be not be exactly the same like the standard. So we have planned about doing something, but in reality this much performance may not be there. So we have to find out what is the reason behind these things and understand or perform accordingly. Okay, so this is the controlling process. So let us see what are the different steps in the process of controlling. Setting performance standard, measurement of actual performance, comparison of actual performance with standards, analyzing deviations, taking corrective action. So these are the different steps in the process of controlling. Okay. So these steps also we have to study in detail in the next chapter. So we will study them. Thank you so much.